If there's one thing every multiplayer survival game teaches you, it's that trusting others is the worst decision. You think you've made a friend, but the next day they vanish with your food, your base, and even leave a note saying you're broke again. But hey, that's part of the game, and we love the challenge. So come with me as I present the 10 best multiplayer survival and open world games available on Android. And in 10th place, we have Voraz, Zombie Survival, a game that pits you against both zombies and players at the same time. Here, you embark on an expedition in an open world, searching for resources to stay alive. The real challenge isn't getting in, it's getting out. In expedition mode, you need to enter, complete your mission, and escape with everything you've gathered. And of course, the most important thing, make it out alive. There's also Horde mode, where you can already imagine a swarm of zombies rushing at you, just like kids in the school cafeteria line. And, well, you know the drill. You'll have to manage your resources and ammo wisely to survive until the end, because if you don't, it's game over for you. And in 9th place, we have Lightus. This one is for those who enjoy a more colorful and relaxing world, with a calmer survival experience, where you can explore, build, and even manage a farm. Here you play as a traveler, with no past who arrives in a new continent and must recover lost memories while building a new future. Exploration is one of the game's highlights, featuring stunning landscapes like dense forests, valleys, and lakes. You can also build your own house with full customization, take care of crops, and create a space that's truly yours. If you need some help, you can capture pets that assist on the farm, and even join you on adventures. Of course, there are enemies in the game, and they'll give you a hard time if you're not strong enough to face them. But hey, just fly away happily and problem solved. Oh, and there's multiplayer mode too. You can build entire cities and interact with other players, working together on massive projects like amusement parks and other impressive structures. The game truly gives you tons of freedom to create whatever you want. And in 8th place, we have Survival and Rise, Being Alive. If staying alive isn't hard enough when fighting zombies, imagine a world where robots, biohumans, and even dinosaurs are roaming around, just waiting for a chance to take you down. This game throws you right into that chaos and gives you one simple mission: stay alive. There are 2 game modes. You can go solo or dive into multiplayer mode, where things get even tougher, because other players can turn your life into a nightmare. In this mode, you can form a clan and try to take over the entire server. But to do that, you'll need to gather resources, build a shelter, and always be ready for battle. Exploration is one of the game's highlights. The map is packed with ancient ruins, fortresses, and even underground facilities that may hold valuable secrets, or just deadly traps waiting for you. And of course, combat is key. You can use handmade weapons, explosives, and clever strategies to defend your base, or even better, raid enemy bases and steal their resources after blowing everything up. And in 7th place, we have Obssession Erythros. This game is for everyone, even for those still using an old-school portable brick. That's because it has a light version that runs even on that Warrior phone that should have retired ages ago. Here, you'll explore an open world full of zombies and factions. And trust me, they couldn't care less about your survival. The game offers single-player mode for those who want to suffer alone, and multiplayer mode for those who prefer to suffer with friends, or get betrayed by other players at the first chance. You can build your base, customize your gear, and even drive vehicles. And the best part? The game gets frequent updates, so there's always something new to remind you that survival is never easy. And in 6th place, we have Just Survival Multiplayer. Imagine waking up on a deserted island with no food, no water, and the first neighbor you meet doesn't want to lend you sugar. He just wants to steal your backpack. Here, you'll have to fight against hunger, zombies, and other players, because if you let your guard down, you'll go to sleep with nothing and wake up without a home. This game is a true free-for-all. You can build anything from a simple shack to a movie-worthy fortress. But if you don't reinforce it well, another survivor might break in, loot everything, and even leave a taunting note. You can craft weapons, make armor, and even raid enemy bases, because when it comes to survival, anything goes. The map is huge, featuring forests, abandoned cities, and mountains, and the best, or worst, depending on your perspective part, everything is multiplayer. So it's your call. Team up and dominate the server, or become a lone survivor, Rambo style, taking down anyone who crosses your path. And in 5th place, we have Earth Revival. Survival here is a bit different. Instead of zombies, you'll be facing aliens. Yep, this game basically said, zombies and radiation are too basic. Let's throw in some angry extraterrestrials. The game drops you into a vast open world filled with ruins, abandoned facilities, and creatures that don't care if you just want to grab some loot and leave. But don't worry, you won't be punching aliens with your bare hands. You can wield futuristic weapons, equip an exoskeleton, and practically become a superhuman. Plus, you can customize everything, install high-tech chips, fly around, and more. The game looks amazing with impressive graphics and smooth gameplay. And the best part? You can team up with other survivors in multiplayer mode to take down those aliens together. And in fourth place, we have Ark Ultimate Mobile Edition. Imagine waking up naked with nothing in the middle of the wild, and suddenly a T-Rex appears ready to eat you alive. Now, here's the twist. There's a new map called Ragnarok, where you'll find griffins and even dragons waiting to devour you. Welcome to Ark Mobile, where you start from nothing, and if you're not careful, you'll end up with nothing too. The goal is to gather resources, build a shelter, and tame an army of dinosaurs to help you survive in this chaotic world. The game has a taming system that's basically a prehistoric version of Pokemon, except instead of throwing a Pokeball, you have to beat the creature until it decides it likes you. Once tamed, dinosaurs can be used for transportation, combat, and even resource gathering. So yeah, you can literally have a dino intern doing all the hard work for you. And in multiplayer mode, things get intense. There are massive tribes taking over territories, player wars, and that classic 1 versus 1, where, out of nowhere, someone throws a T-Rex into the fight against you. Good luck, because surviving here is no joke. And in third place, we have Darkest Days. Imagine waking up one day to find the world has become a post-apocalyptic wasteland, filled with zombies everywhere. This game doesn't give you a choice. It throws you into the chaos and says, "Good luck, buddy." You start with nothing and have to explore a massive map, searching for food, shelter, and weapons to make sure the undead stay dead. But that's not all. You can even build your own community, recruit survivors, and create a safe haven for everyone. And to make things even more intense, there's a multiplayer mode. You can team up with other players to fight off massive zombie bosses, or battle against other survivors to fight for resources. In the end, it's your choice. Do you want to be a leader who builds a shelter or a lone wolf who does whatever it takes to survive? As for me, I'd rather live than just be alive. And in second place, we have Tomorrow. Have you ever imagined waking up in 2061 and finding out that Earth is more messed up than your closet after a month without cleaning it? Well, Tomorrow drops you straight into a post-apocalyptic world where surviving is almost a miracle. Things are intense here. There's radiation everywhere, mutant monsters wanting to eat you for breakfast, and other survivors who, depending on their mood, might become friends or shoot you without hesitation. As with any survival game, there's that item crafting system that lets you make everything from a stick for defense to stronger weapons. And it doesn't stop there. You'll build your own base, explore the map for resources, and even hunt your own food. But don't think it's just a post-apocalyptic picnic, because the PvP is intense, and other players can catch you off guard if you're not prepared. And in first place, we have Rust Mobile. This one, my friend, when you play it, you'll discover what it's like to have no social life. One of the toughest games to stay alive that I've ever seen. Here you start differently. You're born somewhere in the world, naked, with a rock in your hand. And that's it. You have to survive, gather resources, and build something to defend yourself, where most of the enemies will be other players, because the servers are PvP, and if you die, you lose everything. The guy might even steal your dignity. The game is a FPS, so it leads you to advanced technology, learn how to build strong bases for protection, and create powerful weapons, as well as having to make your own clothes and medicines to restore your health. For you to understand, you'll have to worry about your hunger and thirst, because if you don't manage, you can die too. And the coolest part of the game is this: everything is hostile. Even if you're strong with a good base, a group of enemies might come, throw bombs on your house, and tell you to suck your thumb. So it's a good idea to find some friends to play, because surviving here is complicated. And the game is coming soon, and once it's out, I'll let you know here on the channel.